I think it's actually a really fascinating storyline that was just dropped into our laps as we get started here. Here's how I look at it. Von Miller was signed this summer for 6 years, $120 million. He was 33 years old, 6 years. And one of the reasons a lot of teams didn't want to pay that price was A, the age, but B, the injury history, that Von has had a history with injuries. And I'd pay him for 2 or 3 years or maybe 4, but I'm not giving 6 years, $120 million. This is year 1 into the contract. Von's probably out now. If you're telling me it's a torn ACL, Von's probably out till next October or November.
Yeah.
I mean,
see in 2024?
Yeah, so the question is, you brought him in to be not just an inspirational leader. You can get those guys for $500,000 if you want to get some guy to rally the troops. You brought him in to be a difference maker. How do you make up for it? And I think in the last few weeks we've seen things from obviously Ed Oliver on Thanksgiving playing well, and Matt Milano has stepped up his game. But I think this is a bigger picture feel for the Bills, where this guy was supposed to get us over the top. He was supposed to be the one that takes his leadership and says, come on my back during the playoff run. I've got you guys. Yeah. They lose that. The question is, can Von still offer that from the sidelines? Can Von still be that guy without being there on the field? Very interesting dynamic because, as you've said multiple times on the show this season, Kyle, Von is more than just the linebacker. Von is what? Their Obi-Wan. He's their guy that has done it, not once, but twice, and was going to guide them through. They lost him. Can he still make a difference without being on the field? Jason, you've been on a lot of teams. You've been the veteran. You've been the young guy. Does the voice matter as much when he's not out there in the trenches?
Yeah, and you said, can he still make an impact? Of course he can. Him being on the sideline, him holding that surface when the guys come off the field to talk to him about something he's seeing from the sideline will be big. But to your first point, he was brought over to take them over the top. They're already a contender, and when you get a guy like Von Miller, 6 years, $120 million deal, yes, like you said, he's coming there to make a huge difference, not only on the sideline and in the locker room, but on the field. You sign a veteran to like that minimum deal or the 2 years, $4 million, because he comes in and makes an impact on the field, but more importantly in the locker room. That's not why you sign a guy like Von Miller. He's there to impact. We watched him versus the Chiefs. We watched him versus the Rams this year in those big games, closing them out, making plays to put them over the top. I think even lost in all of this is now they don't have Von Miller the rest of the year. They haven't had Micah Hyde out there as well. Those are two veteran guys, leaders. Micah Hyde along with Poyer in that defense. Those are the quarterbacks out there. And yes, they've been able to still win games. But going into this season, you're looking and you're like, all right, they have Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde in the back end, Tre'Davious White. Now they're adding Von Miller to this package. We didn't get a chance to see those guys all on the field once this year. Tre'Davious White was coming off an injury. Now Von's injured. Micah Hyde's not going to be out there the rest of the year. So I think this is a huge blow to the Buffalo Bills defense because it's hard to make up for a guy like Von Miller. Yes, his presence will be felt, but they need those pressures, those sacks late in the game.
Well, first of all, it unequivocally just sucks.
Yes.
It sucks. You see the news, we all groan. Even if you're not a Bills fan, this is a big-time star trying to win his 3rd Super Bowl with 3 different teams. It's just that in the NFL world, this sucks. I was not one of those people, and there were a lot, who came out when Von became a Bill and said, this is the guy that puts them over the top. Now they can win the Super Bowl. No. I think the Bills would have been the Super Bowl favorites if Von Miller never signed with them. Last year, I still think that they were the most impressive team in the playoffs. There's no Von Miller on that team. There's no Von Miller going back and forth with Kansas City doing that type of thing. The problem is the $120 million, Peter. I feel like it was, I know this sounds dramatic, I feel like they paid him that money for one play. And it was a sack of Patrick Mahomes in the wild card round, or it was a sack of Joe Burrow in the championship game. It was like, just make that play for us in January. And I know it's more than that, but it's like that was going to be the Von Miller moment of that's why we brought him. And there's still enough left. As far as the Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff, it's a big factor. Josh Allen, respectfully, never shuts up about it. He loves it. He loves it. And here's the example. They lose to the Minnesota Vikings at home. It's their 2nd straight loss. It's an embarrassing, weird loss with a lot of strange things that happen. And the Bills are down. Immediately after the game, Mr. Perspective, Von Miller sits down, and look how broken up he is about this loss.
First off, we lost to a good team. They're a good team. We're 6-3. I've been here before. I was just here last year. It's definitely not any panic for me. If anything, my perspective is I had fun today. Today was a crazy game.
Dude, that was a crazy game we just played. That was really fun. We lost. Who cares? We're 6-3. It's the middle of the season. We're gonna be fine. I don't think anybody on the Bills has the perspective. I think they still have it, whether Von Miller is having surgery or sacking somebody in the backfield. And I saw a meme that I liked. I thought was perfect. I think we all are big fans of the classic Alonzo Mourning gif, where he's on the side and he's just going. And it's like when Von Miller gets hurt, but Josh Allen's still your quarterback. And I was like, yeah, I get that. I still think they're my Super Bowl pick. I still like them. It hurts. It sucks for sure. They were going to win the Super Bowl in my mind before Von Miller even got there.
But there's a very tricky part to navigating a Super Bowl, I think. And they brought him in for his play, for his leadership, but I think also his experience within that game, within that week. Von Miller is the only player to have won 2 Super Bowls, one of which he's been an MVP, and then go win another Super Bowl with a different team. He was about to become the second player to ever win Super Bowl with 3 different teams. Right. He has a certain je ne sais quoi about playing for a Lombardi. And Jason, you can speak to this. And I know, as you know, we all have covered Super Bowls. There is a trick and a challenge to navigating Super Bowl week, the weeks leading up to it. That is an emotionally draining, costly period if you allow it to be. If you show up on Monday night, media night, and you stand on your legs for too long, if you agree to one too many paid appearances, or if you sit at your little kitchen table for too long and allow too many people to come at you with all these questions. Super Bowl week is a bear. And Von Miller, for all the things that he did for this team with his talent and his skill, I think that is where also he would have made his money for this team. Now, he can still do that on the sideline, don't get me wrong, but this is a team that has massive expectations that have gone to this past offseason, that he was going to be brought in, and maybe on a Tuesday of Super Bowl week, guys, let's go. Bring it back in. Take the emotional back down here because we need it here on Sunday. I know he can still do that, but whether or not it's just as impactful with him not being on the field remains to be the question. But he was so fun to see win a Super Bowl with those 2 teams.
It does turn things upside down a bit, too.
Yeah.
I look at those teams right beneath us right now. Kyle, you said you're still picking them, and that's fine. I don't think everyone would because Von Miller was expected to be that guy. So now, are the Chiefs a team? Well, they just lost last week. Are the Ravens a team? Well, they almost lost last week, and they lost to the Jaguars. Titans have lost 2 straight. Bengals are hot. Dolphins just lost. It's wide open, which I think the Bills coming into this news were the runaway. Everyone was like, all right, but Buffalo's number 1, and you can't go to Buffalo without Von Miller. I think it changes things up.
I think the perspective, though, is like Von Miller was not a necessity for the Bills.
Yeah.
Von Miller was a luxury.
Yeah.
He was heated floors in your bathroom. You don't need that crap, but like it kind of feels nice. Like
You
it's
said,
nice.
like,
that
they were
comparison.
going back and forth with Kansas City. He wasn't on that field. Well, if he was on that field, maybe they're not going back and forth with Kansas City.
Or if
Maybe
they
he
squib
makes-
kick it, they win the damn game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear it. Look,
I think
he's a
that signing
difference-making player.
was for the experience, but also, like, to your point, make the big play in the big game.
I know.
It's not going to be there.
I know. No, it's
So
not.
more
Somebody has
sorry.
to step up.
Sucks.
I know.
Somebody has to step up. And he's had a huge impact so far. So when you look at the Greg Rousseaus and you look at the A.J. Epinez, it's like, who is going to be the guy that says, hey, like, throughout these first 11 weeks, 12 weeks, like, we've been able to be around Von. We've learned from Von. We kind of see what it looks like up close and personal. Because I think for a lot of young guys, like, you need that. You have a superstar like Von Miller in your locker room every single day. You get to see what that work ethic looks like, what that preparation looks like. Maybe that's the next step to take their game to that next level to maybe be able to step up at this point and take over.
It's an interesting, like, Peter, you're Mr. Rams. You think the Rams win the Super Bowl last year without Von Miller? I think they might.
Might have.
I'm not sure, but like they had a bunch of other great players without
That midseason trade to get him, though, helped significantly.
It helped. We'll never know. But that's a part of it.
Odell
We'll
getting
see.
there. Robert
Miller.
Woods gets hurt the next, like,
Right.
Yeah.
stuff just lined up the right way.
Von Miller did have 2 sacks in that Super Bowl win for the Rams over
That's
the
true.
Bengals.
Good call, Jamie.